Yo, still bills, what's the deal, man? Yo, we from Walmart, heading back to the casa, man. But peep game, man, we gotta rap about this, man. The altercation. While we was watching the fight last night, I seen everybody's attention divert from the ring. You know how it go when a drama go down. Everybody's attention diverts to that particular energy, man. And I'm like, oh shit, man, someone must be in the crowd mixing it up. That happened at the, who was it, Emmanuel Taylor versus Adrian Broner fight. You know, when the Remy's in the system, man, you know how that shit go. But who's the two motherfuckers barking on each other, man? Charlo. Normally I got something to say about that, like, man, fuck out of here. I ain't believing none of that shit. But the fact that he antagonized David Benevidez, I kind of like the energy. I'd be lying if I said I didn't like the energy, man. Jamal kind of has a reputation of not being the nigga who presses the issue when it's certain, when the individual is a little bit more. When an individual was able to deal with him in a certain capacity, you know what I'm saying? He'll wild out on reporters. He'll wild out on just, pundits in the, in the media or whatever the case may be. But his energy isn't the same when it comes to people who are on his level. For him to do that shit to David Benavidez's dad or whatever, and maybe he wasn't trying to antagonize him. Maybe he was, I don't know. But from what David Benavidez is saying, that he was popping off to his dad. He was fucking with his pops, and it triggered a reaction. I'm not even mad at it. Because maybe he used that as all right, man, let me go get this nigga, man. Let me get some shit jumped off. Or maybe it could have just been, I'm at the crib, even though they was in Dallas. I'm at the crib, and that's what it is. I'm just at the crib, and I'm comfy. I got my niggas with me. It is what it is. Maybe it was just that. Who knows? Nonetheless, David Benavidez said leaving the ring, yo, that shit gotta happen now. I'm glad he responded. Benavidez has been calling this man out. He called him pussy, bro. He said, I want to fight Charlo, but he doesn't want to fight me because he's a pussy. He said that. We ain't getting nothing back from Jamal. Even after Mike Tyson was doing all that capping on, not capping, but he was just like, yo, man, get at that nigga. Like, call him, say his name, man. Call him a bitch or something. Oh, we ain't got to do all that, Mike. I think that shit resonated with him. I'm sure he heard all the media having something to say about just how bad he looked in that particular interview. And he decided to do something about it, and I'm all the way with it. I'm all the way in support of what happened. If this is what it's going to lead to, if it's going to lead to a potential fight between the two of them, I'm all for it. Man. Go get that work, man. Go get that drama. This is a dope way to segue into the fight. Or it could have just been, I gotta save face and make it look a certain type of way because I did somewhat call him out for. He wasn't thinking about Charlo. He was not thinking about Charlo, and Jamal was just like, I'll beat his ass. He get hit too much. I'll knock him out. I bet. What's happening then? You gotta prove that. We ain't get no get back. After that, he went radio silent. And after that, he ain't no Mexican monster. No, we don't need to disrespect nobody and call them out their name. Times have changed, Mike. It turned into that. Now, here we are. I honestly saluted, man. Like, them two, right? Those two in particular, man. Just them Charlos, man. Like, them are some wild dudes. Some wild dudes, man. They be too extra out, man. They be way too extra out. But I dug that he got on that shit with him. I dug it. I'm sure he didn't say anything too, disparaging and disrespectful to his pops. I mean, it was the same thing that Gary Russell Jr. did to Leo Santa Cruz's dad. Just walked up to him and put his arms around him and, just to antagonize him. He didn't say nothing disrespectful to his pops. He didn't say nothing too, but it's the fact that, his pops was uncomfortable and them seeing his pops in that vulnerable type state, knowing that you and my son are trying to fight each other, it was just real unsettling. We didn't get the reaction out of Santa Cruz that we thought we would have got, but You know, it is what it is, man. Some people just like, yo, man, if this ain't, at that point, that ain't business, man. My pops felt disrespected. I don't want to fight with you in the ring, bro. I'm gonna just stay away from you because I'm not gonna see you in the ring. I'm gonna probably try and beat the shit out of you in person at a press conference and fuck the bag up. I can understand that. Some people are just wired different, man. Not everybody is just, all right, you know, they just 0 to 100. I don't know, I'm not like that. So whatever with that. But as it pertains to David Benevidez and Charlo, that triggered David. That triggered David. And Jose ain't shook neither, man. I didn't see Jose there. Jose with that drama too. Like them motherfuckers ain't no, them niggas ain't no bitches, man. Motherfuckers can say what they want about Phoenix, man. Like the name, it just doesn't sound like, oh man, what do you from Arizona? Whoop-de-doo. They get busy in Phoenix. They get busy in Phoenix. Them Mexicans out there ain't nothing to fuck with. The Mexicans ain't nothing to fuck with out there, man. They go. They get busy out there, man. So I dig it. I'm happy he did that shit, man. As long as it wasn't too disrespectful to his pops. If he was just jawing a little bit, just popping off or whatever, man, to try and trigger a reaction out of David Benavidez, I can respect that. I can really respect that. And I think that's all it was, man. So I dig it, man. I hope that shit goes down. And I think Jamal is looking to, I'm hoping he's looking to make big moves due to the, you know, the amount of backlash that he's gotten off of, you know, announcing that Sulecki was the next opponent immediately after the negotiations for Munguia fell through. I think he doesn't have no other choice but to get in there and get that work with somebody of value. Dig. So I respect it, man. Even David Benavidez is talking about I want to retire Caleb Plant. I respect that. Like, let's go, because that's a fight that should have been happened already. They should have been got that drama out the way. But they didn't. All right, cool, whatever. It is what it is. Both of y'all, you know, y'all both got y'all belts stripped from you. That's when we wanted the fight, but it be like that sometime, I guess. But that don't mean the fight can't go down. Like, we just, oh man, I don't want to see it no more. Ain't neither one of them champions, and Caleb Plant just got stopped. I don't give a fuck. That was his first loss. It was by knockout. It was by the best boxer on the planet right now. Whatever the fuck, he can still bounce back and have an illustrious career after that, and that's what I'm expecting him to do. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. So David, at the moment, I think he got 2 motherfuckers in the scope that he like, yo, I really gotta get rid of you niggas. I gotta get rid of y'all. Y'all gotta go. I respect it. I fuck with it. I'll fuck with it. I'll fuck with it. You dig? I love it, man. I'm loving it, man. I love it, man. So hopefully that fight comes into fruition sometime soon. They on the same side of the street. It's an in-house fight. It's an easy fight to make. It's not gonna be no wild, drag out, brazy, dollar amount and demand for that fight, because neither one of them they're not hot commodities like that. You dig? They not them dudes like that. But it will be a respectable fight. It'll be a big fight. It'll be a big fight if it did happen. Not pay-per-view worthy, but they can definitely put that shit on Showtime. Motherfuckers is gonna tune into that. They gonna tune into that, and I hope that it happens. But they both gotta want it, and David is looking like he's the only one who won it up until now. And Charlo, I think Charlo is taking that initiative, like, yo, let's get into that, man. So I hope that shit happens. That's all I gotta say about it, man. Deuces.